So James, can you talk us through from front to back?
This is the ZX-6 that I shall be competing on at the TT this year. Ignore the number; we don't know yet what start number we'll be at, but
When will you find that out?
probably within a month or so it'll be released or discussed and finalised, because it's a bit of a funny subject, start numbers, because people, it's a bit tactical and
Standard brakes? They're not standard discs, are they?
no, Brembo discs, standard calipers, mostly lock wired, you see,
Yeah.
TT proof, bit of data logging, just to help if we're struggling with setup of how deep the bike is sitting in the stroke in certain sections. Obviously we can't do a lot about the speed of the bumps and how big the bumps are, but just to weight distribution really. If the bike's not turning or it's running on, then we can evaluate what's going on.
You want help with your stroke, basically?
Yeah. Stroke system. Different lever perches. It's a different increased performance.
Is that a personal favourite of yours, or is that a sponsor's thing?
Just a sponsor. I don't actually, although they're very good Akasato racing grips, but I just don't wear them. I use them. I don't.
But it's like wearing something, isn't it? I guess
it's feel. That's your contact with the bike, and although they don't feel too bad like that, we have a specific grip we use on all the bikes, so it's consistent.
What are they? You're allowed to say.
Pro grip, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're black.
Yeah.
They've got green bits on, so they kind of look cool.
Yeah.
But a bit softer than these. But anyway, that's.
I know the ones with little slash cuts and the green
Like
bits
the
are
ones I tried
inset.
to buy you, make you buy. Have you got them?
No.
No.
You're supposed to buy them for me. You don't buy me shit.
Let's not bring politics. Come on, darling.
Politics.
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 Coital.
Post-coital politics into this.
So buttons.
Buttons,
I was expecting to see some fancy sort of factory buttons, but
Well, we just utilise the standard switch gear, really. You can have those sort of PlayStation controller type switch gears, but
which make you faster.
obviously,
Yeah.
so we kind of don't want to be that fast. We just
Yeah.
You don't want to embarrass people, do you?
no, we just keep it simple. With we utilise the indicator switch here. That's my pit limiter, as it says. The guys, I explained to them that we need to make things really obvious, because when you're racing a motorbike, you can be quite stupid almost, because you're like thinking about a lot of other stuff. So you kind of need to make all this baby-proof and just real obvious, so you can just glance. And although I know what they do anyway, you just don't have to be thinking about anything else other than riding. So that turns the rear light on and off, which you would do before a session anyway. Pit lane limiter there.
Why would you have the rear light on and off? Just literally a safety thing?
A safety thing if the fog comes in or the light's funny.
Because I get quite a lot of comments about rear lights, track versions.
I think they're kind of like
Because you can get those little like the GP ones, a little ball down here.
that's cool. Like an adapted enduro bike mudguard.
Right, okay.
Rear light. It just does the job. They're about £12, and they actually look quite smart for what.
Yeah.
And they serve the purpose. That's the main thing.
So K-Tech forks. Yeah, it's super sporty, isn't it?
Yep.
You have a steering damper there, I guess.
Yeah, we will at some point have a steering damper on there before we ride. The Motec dash, it's all on kit ECU, just with the Motec dash and log in.
Thanks, lads.
Yeah, cheers.
Pretty much as high tech as it gets, really. We've got some little factory holes in the brake levers to let the air through. We will. That's a new.
Yeah.
In fact, I think we're on a standard, but we drill them anyway. So just because at speed, the air pressure here might, if you might be 170 mile an hour doing, but when the air's bounced off the side of the fairing, it's exaggerated here and can just push the clutch on a little or the brake, and then you unknowingly losing power and drive. So you sort of like all about trying to.
It's all about tailoring the bike, isn't it, I suppose?
And preventing anything happening that as
Marginal
unlikely-
gains.
marginal and things that potentially could happen that most likely won't, but at least if you prevent them fully, then there's no worry that they might. If that makes sense.
What's that? Some sort of fancy induction?
Just the carbon nose cone.
Okay.
It looks probably better. It's more of a visual gain than a performance gain.
And then you run a fatty tank, do you?
Yeah, so it's a standard tank. They just put an airline in and pop it out, so that holds just over 20 litres to make the 2 laps It's not cool if you're running out of fuel.
No.
It happens at the end of a second lap. You know, you've busted your balls, and then to run out of fuel, something silly is not acceptable. So you're better off having more than you need, and not worrying about it. So.
And engine, so new rules for this year, isn't it? So you got stock engines,
stockish with a tweaked up head, and to be honest, our engine's never been that super tuned anyway, because especially the 600, they're revving so high for so long.
Yeah.
You don't want them highly strung because they just won't finish. You just need to modify in a way. The road engines are already pretty good now anyway, so just adapting it really to give a few more ponies and a bit more torque, because we have to change the gearings quite long in the 600, and fifth and sixth gear you just want a bit more punch to that grunt to pull you through the revs into the power. So quick shifter, obviously the gearing's quite different to any short circuit for higher speeds. First gear's quite long, and on a short circuit you're through the gearbox pretty quick.
Yes.
A lot bigger gaps between the gears, so it takes a bit of getting used to. And it's pretty much it really. They take everything off that's not required, all the garbage, and keep the weight down. But
Do you know what this weighs?
I can find out. I don't know that off my head. I should probably know certain figures like that.
Yeah, but it's underweight, isn't it? You were saying earlier you had to
Yeah,
actually
so
stick
they
some.
actually went too much. They got a bit excited with the old titanium, and we've now, I say we, the mechanic field has put, they've had to add a bit more back on to put it the right side of the rule book. So it seems a bit crazy, but here's what it is, and I suppose I just try and lose a bit of weight myself.
Yeah, you shouldn't eat McDonald's or anything like that.
No. They're not good for you.
Cool. Well, good luck, and we'll see you over there.
Looking forward to it. So after a session we can look like.
Oh, for fuck's sake! You are such.
Is that a fallout or was it intentional?
What's it me?
And you don't even have the literal guts to admit it.
Sound like something.
Sorry.